So these are some of the reasons we moved to the Kootenays. Just little icicle foundation or icicle formations, waterfall turned into ice, because that runs all year round, and obviously in colder weather it freezes over, but it is still running. I can hear it, and you possibly can hear it as well. And Miriam went way down to the corner there to get some pictures of the rock formations, or the ice that is basically enveloping the entire rock face.
Kootenay life on the East Shore in the winter is not terribly exciting. Not a lot going on. Most of the shops shut down for the winter because there's no one to go in there, and they're really a touristy, more of a touristy type shops, all the artisan shops and that sort of thing. So we have our grocery store and our pub that stays open. But one of the things that happens quite a lot and is heading on to the ferry and going down into Nelson. And we've recognized several of the people on this boat, and the boat is actually quite full.
Yeah.
This morning.
I noticed, well, I've recognized probably half a dozen people. A couple guys that live close to us, one guy I play hockey with, another lady I know from the Great Creek store. And it's a small community, so to be expected.
That's Kootenay life on the East Shore.
Day trips to Nelson and Creston.
Well, here we are in the truck again.
Yeah.
On a lovely frosty morning. Currently sitting at -1 according to the truck. The weather network says it's colder than that, but
she's got a little chill in the air.
It's chilly. That's the turtleneck. Anyways, yeah, so we're at 8:30, almost 8:45, and we still haven't quite got our daylight. Today we just wanted to talk about getting supplies and that sort of thing. So, and then, oh, hang on. This is the bridge. We slipped once on it. It was a little bit scary.
It was just off the bridge deck. It was right about here.
Anyways, that was a little bit scary. So every time we go across the bridge, this time of year, we just kind of slow right down and respect.
Actually, every time I go over that bridge, it's the Kootenay Bridge, roughly a half hour south of Crawford Bay, so about halfway to Creston. And it's known to ice over. It used to be a wooden deck, and apparently back then it was really bad. It's now concrete, and it's a lot better from what I hear. Yeah, all it takes is one little spin out on the black ice and you remember.
Anyway, so yeah, just the adventure of when you have to go and get supplies or pick things up in a different community, because we don't have those services in our community. More on that when it's a little bit later out. Well, we have some daylight. It's only 2 hours later-ish. When we were living in the Lower Mainland, you have all the conveniences in the world. You know, your big box stores, your
little box stores,
grocery stores, and your doctor, your dentist is all within a short period away, you know, within a half an hour.
Along with optometrists included there.
Yeah. So what we had to get used to here is if we need something or had to make some kind of appointment, like for optometrist or dentist, we do have a doctor in our community. There's a community medical center, and I've used it a few times just for, you know, regular health things. So that's easy enough. But that's just like a GP, and they can give you your medications that you may already be on or whatever. But all those other things, it turns into event, pretty much an all-day event. So the other day, I had my eyes checked, and went in for an eye exam, essentially. And
because nobody can see what she saw in me.
no, because I can't read anything without my glasses on. It's ridiculous. Old eyes. Anyways, so I went into Nelson for that because there was a optometrist that was recommended by my neighbor. So I went there and they were great. But I had to go into Nelson, so it means going on the ferry. And I was able to make the appointment a little bit later in the day, so that I could take the 9 o'clock ferry, and was able to go for an appointment at, I think it was 10:30 or 11 o'clock or something.
When we make appointments for in Nelson or in Creston, the people there are very accommodating when you say you live in Crawford Bay, because they know the issues. It's a small community.
Yeah.
And it's roughly an hour away from anywhere that has any of those larger city amenities.
Anyways, so then when I got my prescription, I wasn't happy with the prices or any of the eyeglasses that they had, or the frames that they had available in the at the optometrist. So, and then I found out there was a Specsavers in Cranbrook. And so that's where I was able to get 2 pairs for the price of 1. And so that's what I did. So we went into Cranbrook. We also had some other things that we had to pick up. And now, 2 weeks later-ish, I'm going to pick up my glasses. And we don't have a lot of grocery items or things that we need to pick up. We don't need to go to Home Depot this time. Unless Brent thinks of something while we're there.
Actually,
we don't need anything. Yeah, so that's just one of the things that, you know, we have had to adjust to. It's like, oh, my glasses are ready. Okay, so we need to plan a day trip. And you got to look at the weather because it's January still. And here we're just between
we're just about in Cranbrook.
We're just about in Cranbrook. And although on the way back we're going to stop and take some pictures by Moy Lake and some of the ice formations that are down the side of the mountains, because they're super cool and they won't be there for too much longer. So when do we do these trips? Well, lately it's been a little more often than we would normally do it, but there sometimes is like months and months on end, bless you, that we don't go outside of Crawford Bay. I shouldn't say months on end. Yeah, maybe. But it's always an adventure, because one trip we saw a group of elk passing by.
Well, lately we've been going out of town more often because I play hockey in Creston, and that's once a week. So it's either Monday or Thursday, and I go on one of those 2 days. And then Miriam comes along and she does laps in the pool. So that's roughly once a week, and that's an hour drive.
Yeah.
But that's basically the same as when we were living in the Lower Mainland. We were living in South Surrey. That'd basically be the same as driving to, say, Abbotsford or Coquitlam or Langley, for that matter. So everything was in the city, but it was a longer drive away as well. So here it's just, you drive for that distance or that time, and it's just basically bush between point A and point B.
But like I was saying, occasionally you come across some wildlife.
Yes.
So the point of this video is not to complain or whine about the lack of amenities that we have in our community. I love that we don't have those amenities because it's nice and quiet and that sort of thing. So here we are in Cranbrook at the Home Depot. This is a very small Home Depot, and a lot of times you have to order things into this store because they don't have room to stock certain things. So there's a limitation there as well. So when you're coming to the communities, big towns with the big box stores are going to be Cranbrook, for one, which is where we are today. Okay, so now I've taken the dogs for a walk. Brent has relocated the truck, and we are out in front of the Superstore, and the Specsavers is inside the Superstore. So I'm going to go in there and get my new glasses, and then I'll just show you around the parking lot here. We've got a Chatters in Cranbrook, which is awesome. I like Chatters. And we've got a Sport Check over there, Dollar Tree, Value Pet, and the Walmart, and a Mark's World. So that is kind of our extent of big box stores in Cranbrook. There are several, in the downtown area, there is several little small stores and Safeway and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go catch up to Brent. He took off on me. So yeah, if you are looking for shopping in the Kootenays, I think Cranbrook's gonna be your best bet. Shopping is done. We're gonna head home, and when we turn out of the parking lot, this is how I keep my directions straight. If you're going towards the Rockies, you're going towards Alberta. So don't go towards the Rockies when you're trying to stay in BC. Well, despite this coat being super warm, it's just not designed for extra layers. So, I just stopped in at the Staples to have do a print job that I couldn't do at home. Okay, I'm gonna try this with my phone because my GoPro keeps dying. So another area to go shopping, they do have a mall here. It's the Tamarack Mall, and the major stores that they have is the Staples, which I just did a print job at. They got a Shoppers, Canadian Tire. There's a Purdy's here. It's fairly new. It's within the last Christmas they had one here, so they're going on their second year. And yeah, that's really exciting that I found there was a Purdy's there. I was like, yep, we're going. And then they have the Tim Hortons and all that other thing. I'm just going to turn this around. And it's a 4-lane highway that goes through town. And Staples is way over there. There's the sign for the mall. Oh, there's a Winners here too. So lots of shopping options. You're not going to find your high-end stores like here. There isn't a what do they call them? Outlet mall. Yeah, it's this is the major shopping center for the Kootenays. One of the fun things about having to do a day trip to go and do your shopping, to do a big shop anyways, is you get to stop at these lovely viewpoints, if you choose. This is Long Highway 3. This is Moy Lake. And right now it's frozen, but you can see there's cracks along it. Back further, where there was nowhere to pull off, the ice actually ended where it was no longer white and it was clear. And you can see that the ice is all broken up and in pieces and that. So this is actually a lovely lake. It's one of the warmer lakes in actually, I'm not sure if this one is. That was in Christina Lake. It was a warm one. This one's actually really quite big. It's just been carved into the mountains in the Kootenays here. And it's a very popular summer spot. There's a couple of RV parks along the way. There is a provincial park as well down at the far end.
And we just passed the Hey You Ranch. Sorry, I wasn't quick enough with the camera to get a shot of it. It's just an RV resort, and it says Hey You Ranch.
So I see a lot of people who know that we now live in the Kootenays, and if they're thinking of passing through, that's one of the things that they keep asking us is, where can we stay? Where are the RV parks? Let me tell you, there's lots. That's just one of them.
One of many. There's another one just a little further down the road as well called Eagle's Nest. And then just after that, there's one called Owl's Nest. And the Eagle's Nest is right on the end of a lake. I think it's on the end of Moyi Lake.
Yep.
And it looks fantastic. It looks really nice. We haven't stayed there yet, but I want to. Anyways, here we go. We're coming into Yak. Yes, that's the real name. Y-A-H-K, I do believe it is. I'm not sure how they got the name, but Miriam wanted to point out a couple of things. There's 2 stores in this town that have very unusual names. They liked them so much they had to name them twice, I guess. The first one's at a gas station, and it's a marijuana shop. Pot dispensary, cannabis shop, whatever you want to call it. And it's called Two Toke Timmy's. This is it here. It's right at the Centex gas station, right into just by near the bridge there. So Two Toke Timmy's. No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
And then the other place that I noticed, we see it all the time because we come through here, and it's the gas station at the other end of town, and it's called Two Pump Paul's. Don't know how he got that name. Don't want to know.
Probably 2 pumps. So I thought
2 gas pumps, of course. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, for sure.
I thought it was hilarious that they seem to like things in 2s here in Yak.
So, yeah, there's not a lot to do in Yak, but this is, well, they've got a little RV park and a motel, a playground, and then this is Two Pump Paul's.
And he does have 2 pumps.
Yeah.
And there's a campground in behind there too.
Campground right in behind it. So there's lots of campgrounds, lots of RV parks. So lots of RV parks and campgrounds all throughout the area. Anywhere between Creston and Cranbrook, I would guess easily a dozen, probably more. And they're on lakes, on rivers, very rustic. Some of them have cabins, some of them have motels.
This one's for sale.
Oh, this one's for sale, yeah.
It's River's Edge.
Yeah, there's a few of them. There's actually one just up here. It's, I think it's like 85 acres as well.
That's the same one.
Is that the same one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a sign down here and a sign back there. And it's right on the river.
No,
right on the Moyi River. So right beside the highway here. And it's everything on the other side. There's a sign for it. Oh.
1.8 million.
Only 1.8 mil.
So we made another little stop on our way home today because of these ice formations coming off the rocks. We had to pull off, find a spot on the side of the road. Can you see it? And then down there right on the corner too, the rocks are just coated in ice.
The one that I picked out was this one here. Every time we would come around this corner heading north, I would see this, and it actually looked like a fleur-de-lis. It was so defined. And the water's still running. You can hear it running across the rocks. You can still see it.
Yeah, we're sitting at about 1 degree. There's another little formation there up top. I can take some pictures of this and get back in the truck where it's warm.
So these are some of the reasons we moved to the Kootenays. Just little icicle foundation or icicle formations, waterfall turned into ice, because that runs all year round. And obviously in colder weather it freezes over, but it is still running. I can hear it, and you possibly can hear it as well. And Miriam went way down to the corner there to get some pictures of the rock formations, or the ice that is basically enveloping the entire rock face. And then we were at the south end of Kootenay Lake, just on the north end of Kootenay. We just passed Twin Bays, so Twin Bays is just over here to the south, and I believe it's Sanka is just to the north of us. To give you an idea of where we are, it's so much nicer up here.